Let's set up the conversation like this. If you live in a virtual multi-dimensional reality where you have free will and you saying you are an infinite being, you saying just by default, you know what I'm saying, you can do whatever the fuck you want, break any rules, you break any rules, you saying not obey what anybody has to say, you know what I'm saying, and just do whatever the fuck you want, give love and light, whatever, you know what I'm saying, this and that, you know what I'm saying, and you had 20, you know what I'm saying, and this is the only life you got to do that shit. What is, you know what I'm saying, what are you going to do within these days? Playing this video game, just like any other video game, you're free to do anything. So the most you would want to do is experience the most of that game, correct? But the penalties are hacking the system to a point and actually fixing what's wrong about the game, because you see within because you see within, I'm saying, outside of the video game, you see outside the mind frame of the firmament are the motherfucking lines. You see the invisible lies and the spiritual and the spiritual ties that keep this game binded together within the, you saying, within the external reality. You saying, why the hell would you think you would get punished for it? Within, you saying, this video game is not like any other video game in, you saying, you're playing. Because this video game is based off any, you saying, it's based off other video games. This video game is literally, you saying, just the idea, the project for any other video game that you see within this physical reality. We're saying, within that moment, I want you to understand, when somebody hacks a video game, they get what? They get banned. To be a glitch in this matrix, a person that automatically sees the truth, a person that automatically sees the ties and the lies that you saying that bend this, you saying that bend somebody else's reality together, and consciously, you saying, and collective consciously and understanding, and having, you saying, having anybody believe this, anybody believe in the, which you saying, which is going to be a code that manifests into the reality. That tie in together, and you being the glitch that see past the lies and the truth, you know what I'm saying, and speaking out of it. Of course there's going to be people, they're going to be, you know what I'm saying, the devs are going to try to edit you out. The devs are going to try to, you know what I'm saying, consistently try to get to you, consistently trying to make you stop, consistently trying to stop you from doing this shit. That's why they have to program you. This is why they program you from a birth, you saying, from birth, that before you even get a chance to develop your own mind, your own, you saying, your own beliefs in a way you actually, you saying, you perceive reality. Just like a video game, everybody is bots and they walk and talk and have the same life. They do the same things. Like, they do the same things. Just like, you know what I'm saying, GTA, Sims, they do the same things. They go to work and, you know what I'm saying, eat and play video games and do the same shit we do. Just like in this current reality, like if we were to tell them, if we were to tell the bot, interact the bot, say that we're not, you saying that they're not real, they would have spiritual psychosis and they would go to realize into spiritual awakening, just like this one. So they would go for answers, they would go to ancient texts, they would go to techniques, they would be shown all these things because the universe, you know what I'm saying, is now, you saying, is now constantly communicating with them within this external reality that they are perceiving, that they are projecting from their mind, just like in their video game, because they don't even understand if they're real or not. And I guarantee you, those people, those same beings, you know what I'm saying, they are spirits in the body. I guarantee you, those same beings, you know what I'm saying, they, you know what I'm saying, do the same things we do. We're there trying to configure and understand what reality they live in, what, you know what I'm saying, what laws, what you saying, things that bind together this reality, that you saying, reality that you're saying, that you're saying they are, you're saying, effortlessly creating. And now, just like similar we are, they are now a glitch to the system, and they are a threat to the system. Now they, you saying, they have all this knowledge. They, you saying, everything is being hidden behind the scenes. Everything in this external reality that we live in is just another confirmation about everything that we saying, that we know is happening within, you saying, this external world, that this reality, this planet that we live on. Just like multiple video games and different consoles in different ways, or different ideologies, or different dimensions, there are different, you know what I'm saying, there's different everything to what a point you can try to describe reality, describe the world within the, you saying, describe what it is. But there are multiple worlds, there are multiple dimensions, you saying, realms that we come from, you saying, that alter this, you saying, that alter this reality and make it so confusing. What makes, you saying, or why everything that goes on within this video game. Earth itself is a complication within master of duality, within truth to speaking, within binding the codes and realizing the truth behind divinity, and you saying, going out and you saying, seeing if we are able to break the masses, seeing if we're able to withstand ourselves, break the truth, ego death, you know what I'm saying, and constantly go within this world without freaking out or without checking ourselves out. It's a series of challenges within binding of oneself, of remembering thyself, of really coming to complication of what we are, to just understand its reality and to be done with it, just like a motherfucking surgery. Observing, even studying behind video games, what the process of making video games, what was even the idea that started a video game, came from this realm. And the reason why a lot of things don't make sense are because it's not supposed to make sense. And nothing in this world makes sense because everything is glitching and everything is falling out of place because everything is falling out of place because it's supposed to. The firmament and the frequency, the veil is gone. You know what I'm saying? The frequency of just understanding is rising. And when you start to, mistake and use the truth to the lie and infuse that with, distinct real power that, the lie can't even hold itself up with two legs. So for their own well-being, they live in a fake world. The masses live in a fake world. The elites live in a fake world. They live in the idea and the imagination of having these contracts that keep them in these bindings, because when the truth comes out, when the truth stays out, and when the truth, and when the frequency rises to a new being, to a new complication where motherfuckers can't even stand or stand upon the truth, they all fall because the lie is binded within a contract. The contract being of having all this distinct history and masking and flooding all this shit with religions and in slavery, enslavement of the mind, of the nine ether being, of the motherfucking of controlling everybody within every single sense of that matter, of history. That's their contract. Slavery, unconstitutional rights, and the stages behind behind civil rights, within even trying to give us freedom. All of it shit is fake. That's why they teach you with this shit, so you can embody and keep the contract going, keep the lie going, so you can now be now in enslavement to the contract to keep it going. Because if they don't have enough people believing the lie, no one's going to the contract will fall and it's going to fade and it's going to end up in flames. And what happens when the contract falls is that the masses, the elites, they all die. Just like a video game, they are the motherfucking bad guys. And when the bad guy, when the lies, the bad falls, they die. Just like Bowser. Just like Sephiroth. Well, I don't even know if Sephiroth dies. But just like evil, it dies. When the truth comes out, evil dies. Because it can't withstand within the high frequency of us realizing or remembering what the fuck we're here to do on this earth. I know some of this shit ain't make sense, but I hope to clarify as much as what the world we live in, and the truth behind everything that the world we live in is enough for that being to bind you and to understand how much of your mind frame we're supposed to be actually using to realize and to detangle the lies that they kept us in for this entitlement and humanitarian timeline.